All right, so some of the plant. Hold on, let me get my water because I'm thirsty. Okay, I have to get my water because my mouth is dry. I needed that. Mouth is dry, right? It's getting warm here in the city. What we consider warm, so that means anything above 70. And so, yeah, it's not. I'm not happy when it's hot like this. Not really hot. It's okay. It's tolerable, but anyway, you guys don't really care. Be sure to join our Discord, which is going to be down in the description box below. So this is going to be news about our studio in Tacoma. And if you don't know, we own the Painting Panda Pottery Studio in the Dome District in Tacoma. We're located in Freight House Square. And so it's a really convenient space because we have, Freight House Square is like one guy said, is it a flea market? I don't know if I would call it a flea market, but it has like a lot of different stores inside of it, little shops that people own. It's really a great space because one of the things the city is lacking on is micro spaces for micro businesses. Micro businesses don't have the type of money that small businesses have. And so when you're a micro business, you need affordable space. And that is not the case in Tacoma, downtown Tacoma, or even outside of that. It's just not. So we are in the Freight House Square location in a pretty large space. However, we've had a lot of customers in the last little bit of time. In fact, we've done really, really well, even with COVID. We've done extremely well. And again, the people of Tacoma are amazing. One of the reasons why we love this city is because of the people. And not just in Tacoma, but even outside of Tacoma. This is just a great area. And seeing people come in and paint and kids get happy and stuff like that, and it's just great. We even have little blocks and stuff for them to play with. I showed this in one other video. This is what Noelle did. I said, why don't you paint me a gnome? You know what I mean? Like, give me a gnome, because people buy up the gnome so quickly. So she did. She created a little gnome for me. It's got both of our initials on it, and then it's got it back here so it can say when she actually made it. I don't want to drop it. I almost dropped it. So people love doing that type of stuff, right? And so she made this when her sister was here. And it's great. It's a relaxing type of thing to do. And it's really grown and a lot of people love it. But we are out of space. And so this was what I told Noelle at the early part of this year. We're really out of space. We don't have the capacity to really grow much further. And when she went and got all those molds, it took up even more space because we have our party room back there, which due to restrictions, which are going to be eased in June, I believe. So we're going to be fully open as a state in June, at the end of June, which is great. So July 1st, it's going to be fully open. So, but the studio, we're still going to wear masks. Noelle will, or shield, whatever. And we still going to pour paint for people. That's not going to change. And so that's something that we've adopted from the COVID era, and we're going to continue, right? For the foreseeable future. That may change if we get super, super crazy busy and we can't do that. But that's kind of the plan, right? So we have the party room back there, and that's great. But because of COVID and the tightness of it, we can't just lease that as a party room. We have to use the whole area. And then we have spillover space outside of that. But because of the molds, we don't have a huge storage area to begin with. It's basically it's a decent sized broom closet. You could probably put, I don't know, quite a bit in there. But due to the amount of molds that we have well over 50. You're not able to put much back there, plus supplies and everything else. So we're out of space there. She started using shelves on the store floor front to put molds and things like that. Well, that has cut down the amount of stuff that we can actually have out. So some of the stuff we have here, I actually have in the man cave some actual pottery that is stored here. We have a few boxes over here that's stored here because we just don't have the storage space. Plus, the storage room is full of pottery, right? That needs to be painted. It's supplies. So we're out of space. And then when we talk about expanding and having more products, we can basically add another 2 shelves, 2 towers, and then that's it. We're maxed out. As far as seating capacity, we're maxed out. We've actually spilled over outside, so we've added some space there. But honestly, we've kind of maxed out in terms of what we can really do there. So we are now going to take over another space in downtown Tacoma. Now, this is right in downtown Tacoma. And this would be our production studio. And the reason why we wanted to do this and have it as a production studio and not basically another place where the general public can all come and paint is because of the location. The location that it's at, it does not have free parking like what you have at Freight House. It's right there in front of a light rail stop right downtown, so it's easy accessible that way. But a lot of people here aren't really keen to that. They want to be able to park someplace, walk right in. So this is going to be more of a production space. And so we still will have customers who will come into this space as well. But what I say by production space is basically going to be a space where you can hold classes, where you can actually work on the wheel, where you can, where we're going to pour our molds ourselves, things like that. So it's going to be truly a production space. And there will be some customers who will come in, obviously, and things like that, but not nearly as much as what you see at the other location. This will also be a space where we will hold all of the molds. So all of the molds will be shifted over to this new site. So that frees up space there, allows our Freight House space to actually grow. Now, do we intend on staying at Freight House forever? No. There is another location that we would actually move to, and it will still give us access to the light rail system. Now, I'm not going to go into too many details because that's still kind of up in the air, and it's a couple of years away. But I was given enough information as to, kind of the plans, and I've already kind of, put my feelers out there and put a word in that I would be interested. So the studio will eventually move, but we have some time. And so therefore we're going to stay as long as we can in Freight House, fully build that area up. If it ever comes to a point where we have to sacrifice the party room and turn that into also just additional areas for pottery, that could also happen too. But for right now, that will stay the party room, and we'll have the main studio there, and then we'll have some spillover space on the outside. We have other areas if we need to stick people out there, we can. I'm going to talk to building management soon because I have to have a meeting with them anyway about if we could do that and if there's a problem. I don't think it would be. But that is kind of the plan. We will actually have 2 locations. One is going to be our main customer location. The other is going to be our production studio, which we're really excited about. It's a great opportunity. If everything checks out and the plans approved, I'll know by tomorrow afternoon. And if this video is posted, then that means the production studio is a go, right? So by tomorrow afternoon, today's Friday, May 13th. So by the 14th, I'll find out if everything's approved. If they approve of everything, then we will have 2 locations. Now, the build out for the second location will be in July. So essentially what we're going to do is start doing stuff now, obviously. And when I say that the completed build out, I'm talking basically when people are able to come in. It will be in July. That's our goal, right? So we'll spend literally the rest of this month trying to clear everything up and do what we need to do. We'll get things started there. We'll work the space ourselves, all that type of thing. Really get things going. There's a few ideas that I want to do that Noelle wants to do as well there in that particular area. And then we would literally just start the whole process of just creating the space, right? So it's going to be really, really interesting. I think folks are going to really enjoy it and really like it. It gives us another location where we can literally dirty it up. When you're making pottery, it just gets dirty and dusty. What we're going to do, the place we're going to do that pottery work or the wheel work is going to be in a more of an enclosed room. And so it just makes things so much better. The dust doesn't have to get everywhere. It's just going to be a whole lot better circumstance. We'll have shelving that can store all of our molds. I've already looked at the space. There's also another level within that we can put stuff. So it's really going to change what we're able to do. It's really going to change what we're able to do. It's going to definitely grow our business quite a bit, which I'm really excited about. We're really blessed with this. There's other things happening in the pipeline, right? There's a few other things that we're hoping to do. But this is kind of a solid, I would say this is probably 90% going to happen. So I'm pretty confident. There's other things that we're going to do that's also a part of this. But for now, that's all I'm going to pretty much tell you. It looks really, really good. I also was on an international meeting last night, which was pretty interesting, right? And so it was about investing overseas, and it was something with the local World Trade Center here in Tacoma. And so that was a really productive conversation. I really enjoyed it. And so who knows? I may take part in that, may not. I think that my plate's pretty full and it's getting pretty full. But anyhow, that's kind of what we're hoping to do here. It's a really interesting project. Look forward to it. I've actually designed the logo for this new space. And so in anticipation of that, I designed a new logo today of what that's going to look like. It's pretty cute. It's basically the same thing. I just added a little bit to it. But this is going to be our production studio, which again, I think is going to be quite amazing. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to join our Discord down in the description box below. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to the Painting Panda Pottery Studios YouTube page, which I will also include in this video in the description box below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, comment. And until next time, I will see you. Take care.